Hey, welcome back to the Savvy Successful Mompreneur Podcast. The podcast for moms who are trying to raise children, clean up after their family, run businesses, be successful, and still have time for themselves. I'm your host, Savannah, and today we're talking about something I hear from almost every woman. Every woman running a business while raising babies and trying to keep the house from looking like a tornado came through it. I just need more time. If I just had more hours in the day. If I just had one extra day in the week. If I had a slower season. If I just had help. But what if I told you, you don't need more time. You need better decisions. And I don't mean that in a harsh way. I mean that in the most empowering way possible. Because if time was the real problem, none of us would ever figure this out. But some women do. Some women build businesses. Some women scale businesses. Some women stay present moms. Some women homeschool. Some women take care of their homes. And some women still take care of themselves. And they're doing it with the same 24 hours you and I both have. So today, we're going to talk about the decisions that are quietly stealing your time and the decisions that'll give it back. Because let's be real, you don't have a time problem. You have a priority problem disguised as a time problem. Because time, it's neutral. Time doesn't care if you scroll for 45 minutes. Time doesn't care if you say yes to things you didn't need to say yes to. Time just moves. What you do, what you decide to do, determines your results. This is where mompreneurs struggle the most because we live in reaction mode. Reacting to the kids, reacting to customers, reacting to messages, reacting to employees, reacting to the messes, reacting to everything. And when you live in reaction mode, you feel like you never have enough time. But women who feel calm and productive, they live in decision mode. They wake up and decide how their time will be spent before the world decides for them. Here are 5 decisions that are stealing your time. First, deciding to start your day without a plan. If you wake up and say, we'll see what the day holds, the day will hold chaos. Brick-and-mortar moms do this. Online moms do this. You walk into the store, you open the laptop, you start the coffee, and you start reacting instead of deciding. The most powerful women decide their day on paper, or at the very least in their head, before it ever starts. Number 2, deciding to do things that don't move the needle. Answering emails that didn't need answered. Rearranging things, organizing things that are already organized. Making things absolutely perfect. Feeling busy is not the same as being productive. The better decision? What is one thing, just one thing, that moves my business forward today? And do it first. Do it before that 45-minute scroll session on Facebook. Number 3 is being accessible all day. You cannot be available to everyone and effective for anything. Constant availability destroys time. Set windows for availability. It creates less chaos and more decision making. Now your employees know the standard. They know that you're not going to be available at 3 a.m., but you will respond back to them at 8, 9, 10, whatever time you decide needs to be your availability window. And I don't mean emergency situations. Obviously, if the place is burning down or someone's dying, you're available. I'm talking about availability for the lack of a better term, dumb questions, if you will. How do I do XYZ? Or, hey, XYZ wants to order ABC. I don't need to be available for that. They can say that XYZ wants to order ABC on a sheet of paper. I can pick it up at the end of the night and I can get it on the next order. I don't need texted about that. That's taking away my availability from someone else when I have those constant interruptions. So I set windows for availability. I'm physically in my buildings on Tuesday and Friday. Any other time, they can message me between basically 7 a.m. and we'll say 7 p.m. and I will get right back with them. Or I might pop in and out throughout the day. But my team knows not to expect me in there at a Wednesday at 3 p.m. They just know that I probably will not be there. That's not in my availability. Number 4, deciding to do everything yourself. This is the silent killer for brick-and-mortar owners especially. You're not short on time. You're overloaded with tasks you shouldn't be doing. Why are you running the register when you have an employee standing next to you that you're paying to run the register? Why are you dusting a shelf when your employees can dust a shelf? Or why are you dusting a shelf when your employees are sitting out front talking? Delegate. Don't do tasks that waste your time. That time you spent dusting the shelf could have been spent moving that needle forward, doing something that moves your business forward. It could have been done on something that only you can do that your employees can't. And you can apply this to your home life too. Maybe you don't have employees in your business, but you're spending 5 hours a week doing the cleaning, the dishes, the laundry. Maybe you hire out the cooking, the dishes, the laundry, the cleaning, whatever it may be, so that you can buy your time back. Think about it this way. If you could pay somebody to clean your house for easy math, we'll say $10 an hour, and you're doing something that, again, easy math, makes you $30 an hour, that's easy. You just gained $20. You bought back your time. Or let's say you were too busy doing your own dishes, so you didn't get to do that $30 task. You didn't get to make that $30. Well, now you just saved $10 at the expense of $30. So start asking, what can I stop doing this week? What can move my needle forward? And number 5, deciding based on feelings instead of outcomes. I don't like filming. I don't like posting. I don't feel like doing the QuickBooks. I don't feel like doing any of the accounting books. Feelings are time thieves. There's this influencer I follow. I'll tag her in the description. I can't think of her name right now. But she literally says almost every day on her social media, F your mood, follow the plan. F your mood. Who cares that you don't feel like filming? Do it anyway. Who cares that you don't feel like doing the accounting books? Do them anyway. Feelings, they're time thieves. Why are you putting it off? A better decision is, what does future me need me to do? What can I do today, whether I feel like doing it or not, that'll help me in the future? Let's talk about decisions that create time. Some of those can be decide the night before. Decide the night before what you need to do, how you need to do it. Lay out whatever you need to lay out, whether that be your outfit, your clothes, your work bag. And then decide what top 3 needle movers can you do? What can you do tomorrow that'll move that needle one step closer, that'll put your business forward? And we talked about this, but decide when you're unavailable. Decide right now, what hours are you going to be available tomorrow and what hours are you not going to be available? And like I discussed a minute ago as well, decide what you will no longer be doing. Decide what you need to delegate out. Decide your work blocks. When are you going to be in work? When are you going to be at home? When are you going to do XYZ in blocks? These are decisions that create time. Women who feel ahead, they're not faster. They're just more decisive. Now let's talk about some real life examples to buying your time back. The store owner who stops running the register, that was her decision. She made the decision to stop running the register. She just gained back time. The online coach who stops answering DMs all day, every day, she just bought back some time. The mom who stops cleaning all day, she just bought back time because she put her cleaning window in 1 to 2 hours. Now she has the rest of the day to do whatever needs done to move her business or home life forward. The CEO mom who blocks content making time, they didn't gain time. They changed the decisions. CEOs don't ask, do I have the time? They ask, is it worth my time? Are you just a busy mom? Or are you a decisive CEO mom? Which mom are you going to be today? Because the reality is, you don't need more time. You need to decide better inside the time you already have. And that is the most freeing thing you will ever hear this week. Because you can start that tomorrow. It doesn't take time or money. It just takes a little bit of effort to gain time and to gain money. I'll see you next week on Savvy Successful Mompreneurs. And if this episode hit home for you, share it with your friends. Share it to your stories. Tag me. Help me reach more moms just like you. You got this. Now go make those decisions. You got the time.